Okay, ladies and gents, I hope you are all well. First things first, we're streaming this on three different platforms. We're streaming this on Facebook, we're streaming this on Instagram, we're streaming this on YouTube. So, wherever you're streaming, wherever you're joining the stream from, I want to welcome you. I hope you and your loved ones are all well and in good health. Yes, there's some background noise, there's a kid crying out, but don't worry about that. But I hope you're well, okay? And first of all, can you comment down below wherever city or country you're tuning from, wherever you're joining us from? I'm on StreamYard, and thank God StreamYard allows you to do live amongst different platforms. So it's all incredible. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're all well. Okay, comment below whatever city, wherever you're tuning from. Okay, wherever you're tuning from, comment below, and let's get started. So in this video, ladies and gents, I want to talk to you about one thing. Okay, I want to talk to you about one thing, and that is, what are the four stages of learning? Okay, let me say that again. Some people call it, what are the four levels of learning? Okay, I like to call it, what are the four stages of learning? Okay, you know, a lot of people, right, they don't know about personal development. They don't know that their amount of income, the amount of income that they make, is in direct correlation with their level of personal development. Would you agree with me? We all live in the same world, we all live in the same planet, but in different worlds. For someone, their world could be to make 10 grand a month, and for someone their world could be to make 2 grand a month, and for someone their world could be to make 100 grand a month. Okay, in terms of financially, for someone their world could be go to the gym twice a day, and for someone their world could be don't go to the gym at all every single month, every single year. Okay, for someone their world could be have a good relationship with your loved ones and with the people around you, and for someone their world could be, hey, I'm just obsessed with my business, I'm just obsessed with taking care of my financial needs, right? Whatever world you live in, okay, you need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, the four stages, the four phases, the four levels of learning. So now let's dive into what are the four levels of learning, okay? What's the first one, okay? The first one is unconscious, okay? Unconscious incompetence. Okay, unconscious incompetence. Now, a lot of you, these key words, these key phrases might not be familiar, to you, right? There was a time where I was not familiar to them. They were not familiar to me. There was a time I never knew what on earth these unconscious and conscious and competence, I didn't know what they were. Okay, but don't worry. Why? Because through this personal development journey with myself and and all of you that are coming with me, we're going to together develop, we're going to together grow, and we're going to together mature. All of us, right? We want our bank accounts to mature and grow. We want our physical state, right, to grow. We want our needs to grow. But guess what? We want our cars to be bigger than they were last year. We want our houses to be bigger than they were last year. But the one thing that we forget is we forget our personal development. We forget that we need to grow our mindset. We forget that we need to develop, okay, as much as we want to develop physical muscles, we forget to develop a spiritual and mental muscle. So with that said, what are the four stages, the four phases of learning? The first one is what? Unconscious incompetence, okay? Unconscious incompetence. This is the phase, okay? And by the way, a lot of you will be at different phases. Some of you could be in phase 1, some of you could be in phase 2, some of you can be in 3, some of you in 4, okay? The first one is unconscious incompetence. So what's unconscious incompetence? This is when you don't know that you don't know. Let me say that again. Unconscious incompetence is when you don't even know that there's certain things that you need to know, but you don't even know them. Right? For example, right now, okay, speaking for finances, okay, financial needs, okay, finances, think about it. Right now, some of you don't even know, okay, that there's a possibility of making 10 grand a month. There's a possibility, okay, of retiring yourself and your loved ones. You don't even know there's a possibility. Okay? You don't even know that there's a chance. What's the first level of learning? Unconscious incompetence. You don't even know that you don't know. Right? About 3.5 years ago, I didn't even knew that I could have an online business. Okay? That I can be selling something that I don't even own. I never knew that. Everybody thinks you need to be innovative, you need to be a real entrepreneur where you're creating something from scratch. No, Uber doesn't own their taxis. Amazon doesn't own their stock. Airbnb doesn't own their houses. Right? Facebook doesn't own their content. So guess what I understood? I need to be making money on something that I don't own. Does that make sense, my friend? So right, if you never knew this, that means you're probably in the first phase of learning, which is what? Unconscious incompetence. When it comes to money, for example, when it comes to business, okay, when it comes to the 21st century business, you might not be even aware that that is possible. Does that make sense? Right? Unconscious incompetence, the first level, the first phase, the first stage of learning. Now let's move on, okay? Now, as you understand, that, first you don't even know that there's certain things that you don't know. You don't know what you don't know, right? That's the first level of learning, unconscious incompetence. Now you move on, then guess what happens? You get to the second stage, the second phase, the second level of learning, which is what? Okay? Conscious incompetence. Okay? Conscious incompetence. What's the second stage of learning? Conscious incompetence. This is when you're like, okay, I need to know certain things that I don't know right now. Let me say that again. The second stage is when you're like, I need to know, okay, when you realize, when you're aware that there's certain things that you need to know that you don't know. Facebook, if you're liking this content, okay, if you're liking this piece of knowledge, I wanted to share and tag 2 to 3 of your loved ones, people that you care about, people that you want to share this knowledge with, and comment down in the comments below. Okay? Instagram, same thing. Share this with people, tag them, and let them know that there's some value here. Okay? And YouTube family, make sure you also subscribe, give the channel a thumbs up, and of course, share this content on your stories. Okay? So let's go back. First stage of learning is when you don't even know that there's certain things that you don't know. Now, second stage. Second stage is now where you are aware that there's things you don't know. Okay? And by the way, this takes some level of balls. This takes some level of guts. This takes some level of grit. Where you say to yourself, hey man, you know what? I don't know what I don't know. Right? I don't know how to lead an organization of 10,000 people. I need to develop even further for me to be able to do that. Right? I am not so comfortable as much as my mentor Abu Bakr Qasim to be able to speak in front of 10 to 20, 30,000 people. As if it's an everyday thing. I'm not that comfortable. So you need to know and say to yourself, what phase am I? Am I at the phase right now where I am in unconscious incompetence, where I don't even know what's happening in the world? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you need to know what's happening in the world. Or you might be conscious incompetence. Now you're like, okay, there's certain things that I know I don't know. I know I don't know. Right? Then the third, okay, the third is what? It's unconscious, it's conscious competence, okay? So you move from unconscious incompetence to conscious incompetence to conscious competence. Now this is where you know you're up to something, you know you're doing something, but you don't quite know it. You're just doing it, okay? For example, for you to achieve some level of result, okay, in the gym, for example, you just show up in the gym, you don't have a personal trainer, you just get to work. Does that make sense? You're doing this pull-up, you're doing this, you're just picking some dumbbells, you just getting on a machine. Today you do treadmill, tomorrow you don't do treadmill. This is when you're up to something, but you're not quite sure what's going on. That's, my friend, conscious competence for you. Or in business, when you're trying to figure out entrepreneurship, right? Network marketing, for example, I'm in the space of network marketing, right? Some of you could be in the space of real estate. Some of you could be in the space of dropshipping. Some of you could be in the state of whatever industry, whatever space you're in, right? You go from not knowing at all to knowing that you don't know, that's the second, to the third one, knowing something but not being quite sure what's going on, third stage, conscious competence. And then the last one is what? Unconscious competence, where now you don't even have to think about it, you know it, and you just do it. I hope this is making sense, ladies and gentlemen, okay? You just know it, and you just do it, and you don't even think about it. That's what unconscious competence, where it's part of you. You're aware of everything that's going on in your business. You're aware of everything that's going around you, around the environment around you. You're aware of your success. You're aware that you're in abundance. You're aware that you're living in gratitude. You're aware of what's happening around you. You don't even have to worry about it. And you know that you know. You go from not knowing at all to knowing that you don't know, to knowing and being up to something but not being quite sure, to now knowing it all. Okay? Unconscious competence, where you're just doing it. Okay? I've seen people that they've given 1 day notice to speak tomorrow at an event, and they don't even have to think about it. They say, yeah, I'll come speak. They are what? They are at the stage of what? Unconscious competence. They just come and they just do it. It's a normal thing for them. Right now, ask yourself, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good is your public speaking? If you were given a 1 day notice, how well can you show up and deliver? Why? Because leaders deliver. Leaders, when called upon, they deliver. They get the goods done. They get the job done. Okay? How good is your communication on a scale of 1 to 10? Ask yourself. If it's around 1 to 2, or you can't even speak at all, that means you didn't even know how to speak. If you can't public speak, you didn't even knew. Imagine, you don't even know what you don't know. Unconscious, okay? Incompetence. Then, if you're 2 to